It's March 25th. In today's reading, we see one of the most controversial events in all of the Bible. After the victory at Ai, a league of rulers gathers against Gibeon, and because of their new treaty, Israel must defend that city. So Joshua engages, and his command is to destroy the opposing army. As the fighting ensues, Israel's enemies flee. Concerned that some will escape under the cover of darkness, Joshua prays for more daylight in order to fulfill the mission. In chapter 10, verse 12, Joshua prays for the sun and the moon to stand still. And in verse 13, we see his prayer answered. Many scholars through the ages have struggled with this passage. Some have suggested that what is described here was an eclipse. The laws of the universe certainly don't allow for the earth and the sun and the moon to stop their orbit. So according to all that man currently understands, this did not happen the way the Bible appears to describe. Bolstering this view is the belief that such an event would violate the promise of Genesis 8:22, which says that while the earth remains, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, summer and winter, and day and night will not cease. Others have suggested that the cataclysmic hailstones described in chapter 10, verse 11 offer a clue, that the anomaly of such a storm that produced such massive hailstones could have produced an unusual effect of atmospheric brightness as to allow the dark of night to appear as dusk. How did this event occur? We don't know. If God wanted to suspend the laws of the universe, he could have done so. Some have suggested that he has created within the laws of the universe certain subroutines that allow such events and such abilities that we just haven't discovered yet. He could certainly do that if he chose. What we must always keep in mind is that God is who he is, the Creator, who brought all of what we see into existence. And the one who created the laws of physics is not limited by them. So it's not unreasonable to think that God could have done whatever he wanted, if so desired. No one can prove this event happened the way the Bible describes, but frankly, it doesn't have to be proven. The point of today's reading is that God was fighting for the Israelites, that something miraculous took place that enabled the Israelites to have great victory. It had something to do with the sun and the moon that only God could perform. And the lesson of today's reading is that this event took place because of Joshua's prayer. In our journey together, we've seen repeatedly how God delights in showing himself strong, that he loves to show himself powerful on behalf of those that will step in, trust him, and participate with him in his plans. Here's today's application. Do you need God to do something special in your life? Something that only he can perform? If so, align yourself with his will for you and ask him to accomplish that for you today. He delights in showing himself strong on behalf of those who reach out in faith. Now here's today's prayer.